Okay, so this is a grammar rule that comes up on the PSAT and SAT pretty much every time, usually in the hard module, but it's one that is kind of weird unless we know exactly what the rule is. It's very easy to spot. This is the rule for modifiers. The reason I know that, without even looking at the sentence, is look at how long these answer choices are, right? They're very long. They're very long, and the words are kind of jumbling around. We haven't really seen any questions like that. Every other grammar rule has maybe like 2 or 3 words in the answer choices. Maybe the only thing changing is the punctuation, not even the words. So this rule is instantly recognizable. There is nothing else like it tested on the PSAT and SAT. Now the rule is a modifier is going to be some sort of intro clause usually that kind of ends in a comma. And we clearly have one here. Knowing that flying insects keep their backs pointed towards sunlight during the day, well, that modifier is modifying something. It's describing something. And so we want to turn this into a question. And the answer to that question has got to be like the first thing that comes after that comma. So who knows that flying insects keep their backs pointed towards sunlight during the day? The researchers could know. That makes sense. So that could be it. Now, this one seems like it's starting about the researchers, but that apostrophe there is changing things. It's actually the theory. That is what we're talking about after that comma. So can a theory know things? No, a theory isn't a person. It doesn't have the ability to know. It's what a person might know. They might know a theory, but it's not something that can know on its own. So that's a trap, but it doesn't make sense. Moths are not going to know that flying insects keep their backs pointed towards sunlight during the day. The moth is not going to know anything. It's a moth. And same thing here with D. So look at that. I know the answer is A, and all I did was read like the first 2 or 3 words of every one of these choices. That's why it's so great when we know about this modifier rule, we know it exists, we know how to recognize when it's being tested in an SAT or PSAT question. It makes it so much easier because otherwise look at all this stuff you'd be reading and you'd be reading it again and again and again. And I don't even know about these other choices that are wrong. A lot of times with this modifier rule, some of the wrong answers will actually sound better than the right answer. And that's why I don't even want to open the door to that. I don't want it to be about sound. It's not about sound. It's not about what sounds best. There's a rule here. We need to follow that comma with whatever we were just talking about. So let's read the whole sentence just to be really clear about it. Knowing that flying insects keep their backs pointed towards sunlight during the day, the researchers theorized that moths, mistaking nighttime lights for the sun, continually try to reorient their bodies while flying near such lights. So none of the part after the researchers mattered to me. The researchers theorized that moths, the researchers know that flying insects keep their backs pointed towards sunlight during the day. That's the whole thing. So we get to focus on just the aspect of this question that matters, and we save a lot of time. So I do have a lesson about the modifiers rule. Just search my channel for that. You'll easily find it, and it is a really great thing to work on because if you know the rule and know how to recognize it, you're going to get a hard question right pretty confidently every single time you see it.